Alrighty folks, welcome back to the Redneck Racing channel. What we're doing right now is we are looking at my shocks and springs. So I need to get new ones because these I believe are stock and they're sacked out. I'm hoping I don't have to get new leaf springs because I don't want to because they're expensive. But I need to get new adjustable shocks anyways. So the reason why we're checking right now, we're going to pull the shocks off for right now, just the shocks, because on this side there's a 2-inch gap from the top of my wheel well to the tire, and over on this side we have a 1-inch gap. So I don't know if it would be shocks or if it would be springs. I'm assuming it's going to be springs because shock technically shouldn't take much load. But, I mean, we're going to give her a whirl here and see what we can do. Alright, so what we got here is we got just down yonder, you can see the shock. It's just a stock shock, I believe. So, we're going to start tearing into these. There's 2 bolts up on top that we got to yank. Can't really see them that great, but we're going to do that and then pull them off and see how, and then we're going to set it back down and see how bad this thing sags. Alright folks, so at first we thought that this was just going to be a shock video and stuff. We're just changing shocks. And I know I said I was going to go to a Motion 9-inch in the past, but we've kind of been, me and Adam have been talking back and forth, and we're just kind of figuring you can build these pretty decently. Like, you can build them to 600 horsepower, and I'm only going to be making about 400. So I might as well just build this for a third the price of a 4.9-inch. So we're going to be doing that in this video probably. You can see we pulled it out of the car because we were just going to, we set this up wrong the first time. We never checked any clearances or anything. So what we originally were going to do is we were just going to pull it out, check clearances, you know, do like check our backlash and all that. But now we're going to start a gear ratio change. So I have 28-inch street meets that I'm going to be running on this car this year, and we're going to put a decent gear ratio in it. It should be spicy. So we aren't totally sure what that is yet. Yeah, we're going to start digging into this thing, rip her down to nothing again, and then build her back up by the end of this video. Alright, so we're about to pull out the old carrier, which is pretty much just going bye-bye after this. I'm pretty much just going to be the new carrier that we're looking at getting right now, currently, is going to require new axles, new carrier, new gears, and all said and done, it's going to be quite a bit cheaper than getting a 4.9-inch. So we figured since we're taking this apart anyways, we're just going to swap it out. Try and build this one up a little bit nicer and send it like that. Either it's going to go down the track or we leave it out on the track. Yep. Axle's already split out. We just got to whack the pinion out. Yep, yeah, take the pinion out of there and that'll be it. Then we got to take out those bearings and races. That should be a fun job. Yeah. So we're going to get right into that, start beating those out. We can't really record very much doing that, but you guys basically know the deal. You just kind of take, you know, one of these bad boys, go look at it, and you just give her those enchiladas. Yeah. Ooh, that's safe. Okay guys, we got the old rear end completely tore apart now. We're going to start throwing it back together. We already got brand new axles. I don't even know if we told people that we're getting new axles. We're basically rebuilding this entire rear end. So these are Mosher forged axles. So yeah, these are 30 spline, I believe. Yeah, they're 30 spline because here's this bad boy too right here. Oh baby. Yeah, there it is. So
check that out.
So this is for a carrier for 410 gears. I don't know, I might change the gear ratio to like a 456 later. We'll see how it goes at the track if I'm when I want to. But for now we're going to start with the 410 because that's what we calculated should be about right. So, yep. We got our carrier, got our force axles, we got bearings there, we got a set of bearings, and then we do have
the actual ring and pinion, I think, are in here. They're in this box.
These are from Yukon Gear. And basically, they're just 410s.
We got all of our hardware. There's another package of hardware right here. Oh, they gave us some more
Goofy boys.
to measure pattern, new seal. Basically all the stuff that we've already gone through. Alright guys, we got the diff all put together. We didn't record none of it because we've done this 25 times. But it's all in. We're just basically gonna put in the cover. And well, we have to put the crush sleeve in because this is still just testing phase, but it's all set up. Figured we'd show the wear pattern. There's that side, and there's the other side. One is the drive side, one's the coast side. I don't know which is which, but they both look fine. So we're gonna get this finished back up, and we'll throw it in the car. Alright guys, the Caltrax came in. We figured we'd open these up real quick before we get back into doing more work on the diff. Alrighty folks, there we have the Caltrax that we're going to be putting on Nightmare. So, we got to finish putting the diff together first, and then we'll slap these suckers on afterwards, along with some shocks. And then hopefully we'll be able to dial in some suspension the next time we go to the track. So alright everybody, as you can see the rear end is in the car. We're actually in the new shop, which I'm sure you guys saw in a previous video where we were cleaning out the shop. We actually got we've moved some of the stuff in here already, and we're ready to start final car assembly. We got the diff in, we got the whole, everything inside of the pumpkin is all put together, all squared away. And we just threw it in the car late last night. It took, honestly, like a half an hour. And we're going to be putting on the Caltrax now. So, they're sitting right over here. Peter's going to start dropping the leaf springs out. And then we'll show you guys more when we start putting the Caltrax in.
So basically, we got to knock out these rubber bushings. So, in hindsight, we probably should have left everything out of the car, but we had to roll the car over here. So, we got to knock those out somehow. Whether we drop the leaf springs all the way.
Yeah.
Also, we can get my little, we can run like a bolt through.
Oh, I wonder if you just pull it out.
Yeah. That's
brace something against the loop on the leaf spring. Yeah.
I don't know how we'll do that. We want to bolt through with like a dowel head or something like that. A round head, and then kind of like a
put a washer on the back end of it.
A bearing puller.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll try something. That just worked. Yeah, these would be a press fit, but
I figured
we can definitely cooperate with that, I think, because we can use the things that I got. Or just run that thing backwards.
Yeah.
We can do that.
So this time we got a bearing separator that we're using, so we had more length on it, basically.
Perfect. Enough for now. Alright, let's go set the dowel pin and stuff on the other side. We're gonna have to send this up.
Okay guys, so this is how this is set up right here. You got these two holes. I'll explain this in a different video. And then basically you just have this rests on top of the leaf spring, and this goes through the where we installed the bushing where the leaf spring normally goes. And then you take the plate that is originally up there.
Kind of attitudinal.
Okay guys, so we have this side all done, and we have to put the other side together before we can put both of these up into here. You can see there's 3 mounts right there, and that's where this plate goes in. And then there we got 3 bolts laying on the ground right here. So we gotta slide them both up at the same time because we got the whole rear end kind of hanging by the back of the leaf spring. So we're gonna put the other side together, and then we'll come back to this later and put all 6 of these bolts in roughly at the same time. This is what it looks like when it's all done. We still gotta load the suspension up to set the preload up there, and then we'll have to futz with that and adjust on that. We got your turnbuckle there and your turnbuckle up there, and then this thing right here will yeah, you can see right there when you spin this, there's less preload, there's more preload. So we gotta have the suspension loaded up to do that though. So
there's no instructions.
It's on the back of the box, probably, or something.
alright, so installing the shocks is pretty easy. There's 2 bolt holes up there. I already got one in to hold it in. And then there's either you'll have one stock, or the Caltrax actually comes with a mount for it to go in the bottom. So I'm just stuffing the bolts up here for right now. Alright, once you get your 2 rubber deals on, one on each side of the mount, you gotta get your last plate and then the nut. And the cups go on like that. There. All you gotta do now is just tighten them down. There's just 3 nuts, or all the 2 bolts up there, and then the nut down there. And that's it. Then we can throw the tires back on. And that's it for the rear end, ain't it?
Yep, that's it.
So we just finished up the diff. It's all glued and stuffed on there. Everything's done. It's full of fluid, ready to rip. So that'll be the end of the diff video, folks. If you guys got any questions, make sure to comment and stuff. We'll be totally happy to answer them, at least to our best of our knowledge. If you guys like the build and you want to keep watching, make sure to subscribe. And we'll be pushing out other content with this car and Adam's car as well in the future. So we'll see you guys in the next one.